we are slicing and dicing because we're all doing the Titan Challenge 4. So the diet for me is different than everybody else's. Everybody says their special diet. So somebody says, why do I do blood work so much?
But you feel so much better now. You feel healthier. Your joints feel great.
Yeah.
You could see it
Yeah.
visually
Yeah.
when you do your squats and when you do certain exercises.
We did do, again, telling you, we finished the check-ins. So everybody knows what they got to do on their nutrition, what their cardio has to do if they're doing cardio, and how I changed the plan if we needed to change the workout plan for them, even though they're doing the Titan Challenge 4 or strength gains or any of those plans. With that being said, I got a day off tomorrow, and I am going to utilize that extremely well with a therapy with Jimmy Bluff, a couple hours with Jimmy to get the body worked on. And then I guess it's not tomorrow, but we're going to get Griff on Thursday. But I think, honestly, tomorrow's a good day. And Jeffrey, let's go over to the office and get on the stretching table.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? Because we have to go there for that.
We haven't been there so long.
So I think that's what we're going to do for a lot of the recovery tomorrow. That's what I'm going to. What are you going to do?
To recover? Well, first of all,
maybe you should work out first.
I was just going to say, first of all, let me just do something so I can have a reason to recover from. But hey, I'm loving my 3 days a week. I'm going to start doing 5 days a week now with the Titan Challenge. I am doing all my meals. I'm getting all my meals in, which is a plus, because that's really,
19,
really important, guys. When it comes
18,
to the food,
19, I bet.
you could work out for days, every day, for years and years. If you're not on a nutrition plan that works for you, it's like just a waste. So I've seen people in the gym for 10, 15 years, and they look the same. There's absolutely no changes whatsoever. So I know that's because they're not doing a nutrition plan. They're not doing the right thing. So
are you talking about Bobo or just people?
Again, let me just say this.
Sorry.
I just saw Bobo on my live. I have to call him. I have to FaceTime her after this. Because that's so fun. Bobo, you are a piece of work, man. So what has been changed in your life this year so far? Besides bringing in the Titan Challenge 4 for everybody.
I am.
What are you doing different? You have a goal every year to
Yes.
look a certain way. Last year
Right.
you looked a certain way for the movies, and you did look a certain way, a way that we
Last year
haven't
was
seen.
twice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the beginning of the year and then
Yeah.
again for the movies. Is
Yes,
that right,
correct.
Jeff?
Yeah.
I loved the beginning of the year
Mhm.
because we had some like birthday photos and we were in Vegas, and I liked the fullness and roundness. The second cut I didn't like.
Mhm.
And so it
But I
taught
know-
me.
I know
It taught me
what-
some stuff.
I know why you didn't like it though, because
Vegas, yeah,
that was great.
yeah.
Let me tell you,
It was
the
last year, but
second
the beginning
cut-
of the year, it was that second.
the second cut was sort of forced on you because you had a goal. You said, "Hey, I'm going to take a few months off and I'm going to recover. My calories intakes are going to be this much. I'm reversing it, whatever." And
Okay.
then you get the call, and they say, "Hey, we need you for this movie, and you have to be looking like this, and you got to be on stage, and you got to do this, shirt off, this, that." So that forced you to actually push harder than you ever did to bring the body.
You're
that-
being so nice to me
Yes, true.
because I disagree.
Okay, why?
Is because they called and they said to do it, and then I started dieting, and it just hit different. It hit different, and it hit different. So what I mean is like, it hit different. It wasn't. I don't think it was enough time between the first cut and the second cut, and so my body just kind of goes, "All right, you want to get sliced? Let's get sliced," and it just it spun out of control for me, and I didn't like the finished product as much compared to the product before that. Now, again, I've won the universe 4 times, and each time was completely different.
Right.
And each time was a learning experience. And so this last, I'll say this, I'm glad this last diet and the finished product was what it was, because it kind of punched me in the gut, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I'm training like I'm training now. There's some stuff that I realize I can't go to anymore. I can't be the guy that goes, okay, I'll go low calories and I'll jump on cardio. I can't do that anymore.
15 hours of cardio.
I can't do it.
Fast.
Because my body will just,
Yeah.
just
You can't do that.
away compared to keeping the iron on my back. And so I see your point and what you're saying. And if I want to give myself a little break, I could say I had to rush it,
Yeah.
but the body still reacted a way that I didn't like it. And so I'm more motivated now, dieting down again, this time than I was.
But you feel so much better now. You feel healthier. Your joints feel great.
Yeah.
I could see it
Yeah.
visually.
Yeah.
When you do your squats and when you do certain exercises. You know,
He could tell you what it looked like on Bent Over Rows today.
crazy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Easy.
We had a day back when we were doing powerlifting,
Mm-hmm.
power bodybuilding, and we both went into the gym here and we started doing exercises. And Kelly was there that day, and it was like nothing we touched was heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got my heavy stuff done, and I'm doing bent over rows with a good amount of weight, and I'm repping it for 10 like it's nothing. So that strength it's coming back, and it's really back. But again, if you guys didn't know, I am in a deficit right now, and we are slicing and dicing because we're all doing the Titan Challenge 4. So the diet for me is different than everybody else's. Everybody's is their special diet, and we need to go over your diet.
Yes, sir.
And we should show that to them
Mhm.
this week. Why don't we
Okay.
do that, guys? You guys want to see Mona's diet and how we're setting it up and how she's going to do this.
Yeah, I'm excited to share everything with the Titan crew, as I feel like we're all family, and I would appreciate all the support and any advice you guys have for me. I'll take it, you know. But also, I'd like to see how my training is going to be moving forward. So I'm gonna film everything. That way, it's gonna keep me responsible to get my workouts in and to actually show my exercises. So I'm gonna have Jeff film most of the stuff.
I can do it.
No, because you make me look short and
I'll
fat.
do the wide shot. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's get you guys going on that. And also, we're talking about sharing. We're going to do this whole process of blood work. This next one, you guys know that we did our blood work 2 months ago, so we have another couple weeks before we do our blood work again. But this next process, as we go through the blood work, we'll be able to talk to you guys about what our numbers are, and then if anybody has done their blood work with Transcend, any of you guys, make sure that you guys touch base with me so we can go over this if you'd like to discuss that.
I would love for the women to get on that as well for blood work, because this is going to check, guys, everything: your liver, your kidneys, your hormones, your brain, everything. So it's not just
Definitely didn't help Bobo's brain. So
Bobo is shocked. So this just not like a regular blood work that you just get at your doctor's, like an
this is a
annual,
good one.
yeah, like an annual thing. This is like
How do
more
you post the comment?
pin comment to the top. What do you want to say?
So somebody says, why do I do blood work so much? And the reason why I do it is because, remember, for me and what I'm doing coaching wise, and for her and for the Titans around the world, is
Hi, T.
I try to study it. And so I am a continuous study for myself. And so that goes with the food I'm eating and how I'm eating. Do you want that turned off? So that's why I do it every 3 months. And again, my nutrition is so on point. It's cool to see how certain foods react and do things to my blood and how other foods don't. And so it's a continuous learning and finding out how I can manipulate my food intake to continue to build muscle, to continue to be healthy and continue to do it. Another reason is this last year, we not just did blood work. We did 5 different heart exams. We did prostate exam. We did
Colonoscopy,
liver and kidneys
everything.
exam. We did colonoscopy. We did all those things. But I'm a very, very old man. And unfortunately, if you guys ever go to see blood work, it's just a whole bunch of guys my age every couple months in there just checking things. We're talking about it. Look at this guy.
Hi, Clark.
So we have Clark Bartram on right now.
Hi. We're talking about blood work, and everybody wants to know why we do it so much. Why is it so important? And man, you just clicked in at the right freaking time. It's amazing. Like
Clark
you're
Bartram.
yeah.
It's important because number one, you're right. Not enough people get it done, and it drives me nuts that people think they can get in the best shape of their life or have longevity, like you guys talk about all the time, without understanding what the blood is telling them. The blood is the number one marker that you can look at to give you every indicator in your life as to what you need to change. That's it.
Plain and simple.
So I was also telling them this, and I'll guarantee you do the same thing. Is you know me, I'm probably a little bit more anal and study wise when it comes to food. I'm always trying different things. How can I put on size? How can I cut up? How can I retain the muscle but do a diet? So I'm always doing those things, and so that's why the blood work also plays a part in it. And they were asking, does your blood work change by the way you eat? And I'm like, 100% your diet, your blood changes from the way you eat. So for you, do you do it now just for yourself, or do you also do it to study what you can do and manipulate, I guess you would say is a good word, your blood from the way you eat?
Yeah, I was having a conversation this morning with a guy in the gym who is trying to decide whether he wants to stay natural or take a more medicated approach to his fitness regimen. And I'm trying to convince him to stay on the natural route. He's 27 years old. He started asking me about my testosterone levels. And I asked him, he has blood drawn recently. The answer, like most people, was no. So I went on to tell him that my goal, I'm trying to do an experiment on myself to see how high I can raise my testosterone naturally through lifestyle modification. That includes mindset, meals, movements, all of those sorts.
I got to stop you.
Me being in the cold plunge. Okay.
Because he said mindset, and I know some of you may go, it has nothing to do with your testosterone. Oh, yes, it does. I'm sorry to say, the number one thing is that kills us is stress, and stress does mess with your markers. So mindset's a huge one, and Clark's a big guy on mindsets. So I just want you guys to understand that plays a part, nutrition and his mindset. I just want to stop because I don't know if all these people understand that a stressful life causes those numbers to change and things to happen inside the body.
It'll crush those numbers. Cortisol will just destroy it. And if you don't understand where your cortisol levels are, and the thing with cortisol, it changes throughout the day. So there's other ways to test cortisol that some might agree is better than blood, because I'm not going to go get my blood tested 3 times a day. I might do a saliva test.
Can they hear
3
you
times
ask?
a day, which is a little bit easier to see where my hormone, my cortisol specifically is. But, with the cold plunge thing that I was talking about, my goal, I'm trying to do an experiment on myself like you do, like to see how the mindset piece can change my testosterone in addition to the way I eat and the way I train. So I changed the way I'm training. I'm training a lot harder now than what I used to normally do. I'm training 2 body parts a day, twice a week. I'm hitting legs like 3 times a week. Legs is my favorite body part to train now, and it wasn't. I avoided legs for a long time.
Does this mean
my goal
Clark
is I'm trying
Bartram?
to push my T levels over 1,000 naturally.
That's amazing.
Naturally. I just said it, ladies and gentlemen.
That is true.
Jeez Louise.
You did.
Over $1,000. There's 19-year-olds that wish they had that. And I'm glad you talked to that 27-year-old and said, go get your blood work done and find that out first. Because I just had a couple 26 and 28-year-olds do it, and their T levels were at 300. And so I don't think they realize that it doesn't matter your age, and mostly in today's world, how stressful it is. And it's not an old man thing.
The sooner you understand the importance of that, imagine having records throughout your life as detailed as you are about what you train, imagine if you had records of your blood from the time you really started being serious at the age of 12, 13 years old, knowing, okay, say you were 21, you just started your blood work. You would have so much history. I mean, we would know things about Titan to look for, and it's just like it's all in there, man.
So you ready? I do have blood work from 16, 20, and then periodically after that as well. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Tested for shows and stuff.
I get tested for shows, but also I got tested because my mom and dad, both very educated people, were freaked out by that size during puberty that I got, and so they really did exams on at that time. And I have all that. Plus, I have my Bible of the workouts I was doing from 12, 13 on, plus photos. So I have that stuff. And that's why I've talked to you about my levels and stuff throughout my life. Is there's things that have helped me stay healthy and the connective tissue being healthy. So I know what you're saying. It's cool to see that, and I think that's cool. Two things that we may be able to train legs together soon. That's cool for me. And then also that what you're doing is the same as we do. Is you're testing your body to see what you can do with everything that's open and options to you. And it's because you understand what's going on inside your body.